Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everyone. What's today? Monday. Oh, it is a Monday. We are down here on River Street. It is a super foggy morning, too. Thanks for the rose, Earham. Hoping we'll see a barge come through because the steamboats or the tugboats are heading out. Yep, so we're going to cruise around here this morning. Give people a chance to hop in and visit this morning. Good morning. You see, I mean, it's fairly foggy this morning. I did. Yep, I got my YouTube set up. I've got a video on it. It's under the same name as my TikTok name. Thanks for the September and the corn. So my plan is that I will be uploading, like yesterday, I uploaded the entire walk unedited to YouTube because it can hold videos like that. So my plan is to do that, is to upload our morning walks there. So if you're unable to catch it, you can hop on and see the thing in its entirety if you want to. It is kind of chilly. It's in the 70s this morning. The fog, the sun has not come out, so the fog is kind of, not super thrilled with the fog. So he's probably going out, this guy right here, he's heading out probably to get a barge to come in. So we may be lucky enough to see, good morning, a barge come through. Thanks for subscribing to my YouTube. So yeah, so let's get hopping. So you kind of have an idea. We are at one end of River Street. River Street goes way down. I don't know if you can see that red brick building all the way down at the other end, but that encompasses River Street. So people always ask me a couple of things. They say first, they're like, hey, where do I stay? All that thing. So we're going to talk about all of that today. But if we have not met, my name is Corey. I live here in Savannah, Georgia. I am a local. I have lived here 38 of my 44 years of life. So I am a local. Left education in December 2020 at my most unhealthiest weight, well over 300 pounds. And now I'm down over 90 pounds and have two goals by October 31st to be at 10,000 followers and 100 pounds down. So I go on morning walks 7 days a week. I go live. I bring you guys along with me for entertainment purposes, for encouragement, and I sightsee and show you all the things of Savannah. We also go other places as well, but Savannah seems to be your favorite place. So if you've never followed me before, hit that follow button. And then in the evening, about 5:30, 5:45, we go live again for back porch chat time, where we just have talks about all the things. I answer questions about Savannah. Thanks, Red, for the follow. Check out these chandeliers under this little tent. So this is Plant Riverside. It opened in 2020. It is the newest area of Savannah. It brings quite the attention. PK, thanks for the follow. Check it out. Look at the chandeliers under here. Makes it kind of a fancy tent, right? So Plant Riverside opened in 2020. It is a former power plant. You can actually see old power mills on the top of the buildings. It is very fancy. Lots of restaurants, shopping, all kind of things, and we'll check them all out. My favorite hotel on River Street is located at this end. It is the JW Marriott. It does have a price tag. I'm just going to straight up tell you. In Savannah, the smallest home, or in historic Savannah? Good morning, good morning. Yeah, JW, we're going to go in there. It is beautiful. So you have an idea of what all Plant Riverside holds. It tells you what's on the river. Good morning, Tina. What's in the power plant? Power plant considered is that. And then the different areas. So there's a lot here. There is a splash pad, so if you have kids, beware. Yeah, there's a lot. We're going to kind of walk in and look. So at the peak of operation, Plant Riverside covered 4 city blocks along the Savannah River with many exhaust stacks, generator buildings, substations, outbuildings for fuel storage. So you have a timeline. Yep. 1912, the plant's first concrete and masonry tower stack was originally 254 feet tall. So it was all there at the end. And then in 1926, built during the expansion of the boiler room, this tower was inside the building and matched the original tower's height at 254 feet. 1949, built during the first modern style expansion of the plant, this steel tower is 176 feet tall. And then 1955, it's added during the final expansion, it is 176 feet tall. Abba, thanks for the follow. So let's go all the way down to show you that. So like I said, they do, sometimes they do like a light show with the fountains. It's kind of pretty. And the trolls have begun. So Plant Riverside actually was built in 2020. So it is very recent. We have walked River Street before, where we talk about the fact that there's a dark history in Savannah. Nobody doesn't acknowledge that. That is why they say that River Street is one of the most haunted areas of Savannah, because when we get down to the cobblestone area, that was a lot of cotton gins, factories that were operated by the lower class, by slaves. Again, you cannot erase history. You can just choose not to repeat it. This is Savannah, Georgia. This is such an odd art. Like, it's all the way at the end. Like, we're literally at the end. I'm gonna turn all the way around, and this picture is right here. So this is River Street in Savannah, Georgia. We're down at Plant Riverside, so you can have an idea of how big Plant Riverside is. It is a Monday. Welcome, welcome. So if you've never followed me before, hit that follow button. Come along on the journey with me, as you know, and the ultimate journey is me losing weight and getting healthy. Ooh, favorite place. I'm gonna show you a couple of places on our walk today. We plan to move all the way down River Street, and we will ride the ferry boat. Concord, thank you for the follow. It is substantial. It is enough. Well, let me say this. It's deep enough for the barges to get through. Dolphins live here. So you can kind of see. It is deep enough that these massive barges can get through here. Yeah, this is what we're doing today. And it's not necessarily about massive viewers, which we had all weekend. You know, it was the weekend. It's about my journey. And in that process, as we get closer to 10,000, you know, that will be more exciting. So here's another information. Kind of give you more info about Plant Riverside. The Riverside Station, Savannah's first modern power plant, was built in 1912, which is pretty cool. And then the power plant actually operated until 2005. So here's one of the original power beams. Nope. So across the bridge is South Carolina. You can go that way to get to Bluffton, Hilton Head. Charleston is about a 2-hour drive from here. Hilton Head's about an hour. So my plan is too, I've got my fuel rods, so it'd be fun to see if the fuel rod machine works, but I want to get closer to that yacht we saw yesterday because it's still here. You just never know where we might be in Savannah. Oh, that smells good. They're barbecuing. Oh. Yeah, it's about 40 minutes to an hour depending on where you're coming from and traffic in Savannah. And then to get all the way deep into Hilton Head, traffic has gotten unruly if you've not been there recently. It has got unbelievable. Excuse me. Good morning. I'll show y'all this real quick. They've got something heading on in here. So I'm just going to show you. They do have conventions. A lot of guitars from musicians that had to do with Savannah. So this is one side of the Marriott. And then you're going to have the main side, which we're going to go to. Yeah. That's cool, Joe. Yeah. I know I went recently on a Wednesday, and it took me over an hour from Savannah to get there. Paintings are really cool, the artwork. So they have a lot of conference rooms and stuff on this side because it is a JW Marriott. Good morning, good morning. So if you've not followed me before, my name's Corey. We go on morning walks each and every morning here in usually Savannah, not always. Why? My ultimate goal is to lose weight. I'm down over 90 pounds. So I'm pushing for that 100-pound mark. And I bring you guys along with me each and every morning. Good morning, good morning. All right, let's head across to the hotel. So I did get up early. Good morning.
Morning, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
So this is the JW Marriott down at one end of River Street. I did wake up about 5 this morning and ended up watching. So if you have a kid who's into fossils and dinosaurs, definitely. It is incredibly beautiful here. It is a busy morning. They haven't been conventions. The chairs are super cozy. It is really cool. And all of those are hotel rooms. Yep, I was able to get a YouTube. It's under the same name as my TikTok. So definitely check it out. What I'm going to be doing is uploading our daily walks there. So if you're unable to check the daily walks, you can watch them. So this is in Plant Riverside, which is at one end of River Street. And publicity. like morning talk shows that give away prizes, like big morning, like Ryan and Kelly and stuff. They give away prizes too here. So if you've never followed me before, hit that follow button. You never know where in Savannah we might end up. We go all over. Yeah, I may freeze in this building. We'll get out in just a second and you'll have service again. Yeah, the fossil displays are really cool. Yeah, there is a cool rooftop bar. But all of those are hotel rooms. So if you're looking for a recommendation of somewhere to stay, this is a really cool atmosphere. Right? The geodes, those are really cool. Yeah, it's a really cool vibe. Then you have more fossils. Yeah, this is a really cool place, even if you're not staying, to come and show them the dinosaurs and all the fossils and stuff. It's really cool. We are at Plant Riverside at the JW Marriott, which is one of my top recommendations for hotels in Savannah, especially if you want to stay in historic Savannah. This is one of my top recommendations. It is at one end of River Street. You have another Marriott at the other end of River Street. Yep. I watched the service this morning.
It's not just about
So one of the cool things about this place is, so you've got River Street. And if you did not know, the cobblestones are actually imported in. So back in the 17 and 1800s, when the big barges would come through and the ships would unload, they had stones. So they were used to make our River Street. So the cobblestones come from places like France, Spain, Madrid, all over. So this is that Skytop Lounge, Electric Moon. You go in there and you go all the way up. Yeah, there's a lot of different ones. If you're looking, so some people don't like the bumps in the night. And when you look at places like the Marshall House or some of these old hotels, there's stories to them. And if you have points, like Marriott points, it's a great place. This is a recommendation for pizza. Graffito's Pizza is super yummy. There is a Starbucks. So we're kind of coming back outside, and I'm going to show you some stuff. So across the street, we're going to go up on River Street in just a minute. A lot of those were the factory mills, the cotton gins, those types of buildings back in the 1800s. That's where all your cotton gins ran. That's where your factories ran. That's why part of that area is called Factory Walk. Yep. So the vast majority of those cobblestones were imported in. We're going to come back. So this is again part of the Marriott. So you've got that main building, and then you've got some other places. Yeah, no problem. Hoping we see a barge today. If you see this, so here's some more. And then smack in the center of River Street, you have the Hyatt. So if you like have points at Marriott's or Hyatt's, you've got a couple options here. These are my favorite, these little booths that different companies operate out of. Yeah, it's super cool. And we're gonna walk up onto River Street. I was just showing y'all the river. It's our local news station, WTOC. They have a booth here because they do a show kind of live from here. We may be over here when it happens today. This is another fountain. So if you have kids, make sure you've got either their bathing suit or a change of clothes, because this is another fountain that lights up. The kids love to play in. Walk through it very quickly and to ensure that I don't get soaked. So a lot of the shops that are on River Street and Plant Riverside, you can come in on this side and on River Street. It is breezy. I think it is going to rain today. 2 cracked eggs if you're on River Street and want to stay there. Decent breakfast. Stairs of death. There is an elevator to get up to the main street. So where we typically walk is up. So there is an elevator. I'm going to show y'all, if you did not know, that instead of taking the stairs of death, you can take the elevators. There's definitely a breeze today. Thanks for the shares and the follows today. Yeah, so these cobblestones, I mean, you're talking a few hundred years old. And you've got all kind of different, like Dubs is a pub. You've got different kind of drinking places. One of the reasons I personally don't come down here at night by myself is because there's lots of bars and people do stupid things a lot of times once they've drunk too much. But a lot of these buildings right here were factories and cotton mills during that 1800. Because you have to envision, none of this right here were parking lots, right? Like, some people, there are places people live. Some of these are condos now. Some are still buildings for different things. These are condos right here. Good morning, good morning. But you have to envision, oh, let me let this tractor go by. Like, none of this existed. So this is where, I mean, many people lost their lives during that time period. Unloading the cargo ships, running the factories, all of that. So it was definitely a tragic time in the history of Savannah, but it is a story of Savannah. Morning. Yeah. Oh yeah, especially if you're facing the river. Can you imagine? Chart House is another recommended place. It's expensive. City's out cleaning. Yeah. I would suspect those condos have quite the price tag. So you can kind of see, I mean, you can get the vibe of how old some of these buildings are. There is a map. Kind of shows you all the stuff, lots of shopping. I lived in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta. that breeze, y'all. There was a sugar plant. Yep. It was, let me turn around. So it was where we were at Plant Riverside. It was a little farther down. We had the sugar mill. You know, Savannah is home. And when you look at the beauty of Savannah, there's just a lot to be said. So I will tell you this area right here. So the 2-3 parking lots that exist along River Street are going to be your most expensive. They run a penny. I paid the most I typically ever pay for parking today to park down on the river. So this is a tribute right here to those from Chatham County who lost their life in World War II. So it has like all the names of all the people who fought in World War II. It's kind of a neat thing. And the veterans. So it's a really neat, you know, we are a military town. So we have, you know, we've got Hunter Army Airfield. We have Fort Stewart. We bring in military families. So I don't know if y'all see that ferry going around. You can ride that ferry for free. It starts right here by the Georgia Queen. It goes across to the convention center, and then it goes all the way down to the opposite end of River Street. The Waving Girl is at the opposite end. So we started, if you can see Plant Riverside, see those two stacks? That's where we started. We are about to hit the halfway point of River Street. This is the Hyatt. They do have a reception center. Lots of people have wedding receptions there. Yes, so the Georgia Queen is a river cruise. It is a dinner cruise. They have your southern fixins. It's 9 o'clock. The bells are ringing. So they're having something in there today. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, we'll make it down to the Waving Girl eventually. So across the river you have the Westin and you have the Savannah Convention Center. So they have a free ferry that runs back and forth so that people can come over here, help Savannah's revenue. Savannah is my happy place too. I love the Georgia Queen. It's so pretty. So kind of show you where we are. As you walk, there are 15 of these signs. So if you're into history, you know how in the squares we have the big bronze signs that tell you history? On River Street, you have 15 of these that can kind of give you the history of River Street. So prettiest time to come is going to be late March, April, because that's when everything's in bloom. Best time to come where it's least crowded is going to be like your January to before St. Patrick's Day. So Although slavery was illegal when the colony of Georgia was founded, it was a well-established institution in other American colonies. By 1748, some 350 slaves worked in Georgia. So again, this is what River Street was right here. These buildings. And then all of this were like the mill, like where they worked. No problem. So right here you have City Hall. I do want to show you this right here because a lot of people don't know about it. It's like the secret that nobody kind of knew about. So you've got City Hall. The first Tuesday of each month you can actually go in and tour City Hall. But right here, hold on, let me show you. Right there is a ramp. If you go up, there is an elevator that you can take, and it will take you up to Bay Street, which is kind of where you can start walking Bull Street for those most popular squares. So a lot of people don't realize that, but it is there, and it cuts off doing the stairs of death. We do have a monument back up as well. It is dedicated in honor of Dr. Abby H. Gordon, who was an educator. So yeah, so if I would, like if your knees are rough or you do a lot of walking and you're like, ooh, I don't know if I can do this, then by all means, take the elevator and rest your knees. Because the stairs in Savannah, especially on River Street, are not kind. I mean, it can be. Double check because they have been inconsistent on doing it. So double check before you come that they're actually doing it. So you got River Street Suites. Super yummy. I don't have socks on. I walk in Birkenstocks every day. Kind of show you the riverboat. Good morning. I will pass them. I'll show you the stairs of death. Because they are very inclined. And yeah. So a lot of these were factories back in the late 1800s. Some are now condos. Some are office buildings. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Yeah, the stairs are horrible. Hold on. Is that a barge coming through or is it just parked? I want you guys to be able to see the barge. They're so fun to watch and I can't tell. Thanks for the balloons. We will ride the river. After we walk it, we'll ride up and down the river so you can see everything, which is my favorite time of day to do that. Wet Willie's is a frozen beverage location. So I don't know if y'all can see the stairs. That is Factory Walk right there. Back in the back, not these stairs. Those stairs. That is Factory Walk. So there are 3 locations. Factory Walk, though, is known to be the most haunted of the back side of River Street. So there are 3 places you can board. The first place we just passed, it is, let me get down here and I'll show you. It is directly in front of the Georgia Queen. There's a sign. So here's what I'll do. Good morning. So the ferry runs every few minutes. Like it is pretty much wherever you are, about every 15 minutes, it will be where you are. So the ferry starts there. That's one of the stops. It goes across the river to the convention center. and then it's going to go all the way down to the end where the other Marriott is, and then it comes back. So you pretty much ride a majority of River Street. Thanks for the ice cream cone and the ice lolly. So it's cool. Like, they have the closed-in boat today, which is sad. I prefer the open boat because you can stand outside and look. But it does have a closed-in boat as well. Right. It was because of the factories and all of that. That's why it's called Factors Walk. It's super haunted. So all of this. So, sorry if you thought I was saying it was named after the stairs. No, the stairs are just part of the deal. So all of this right here. And so all of this area right here was where everybody worked. Thanks for the likes and the follows. So it's cool, like, if you want to rest your legs, if you want to see all of River Street, if you just want to enjoy a ride, the ferry is pretty cool to do. So you can kind of see the ports are past Plant Riverside. So you can kind of see we've got a couple barges that have unloaded or are loading up there, which our ports bring in lots. And then we've got some down at the other end. Hop back up on River Street. Good morning. Yep, the huge lot. So we're going to ride over there because I want to get a closer look. We will go to the candy store eventually. So you can see Factors Walk. Good morning. You can see the stairs of death. More parking. Yeah, so you can come down here. You can drive down River Street too. It is a one-way drive. Good morning. No, it's actually not. It was down at the opposite end, but it is no longer there. You've got Christmas on the River. Check these stairs out. So when I say, if your knees aren't friendly. So there are 3 stops for the ferry. You have down by the Georgia Queen that we were just over. You have all the way down at the Marriott. And you have across the river at the Convention Center in the Westin. We're gonna ride it so you'll see all of the stops. So you have River Street Suites and you have Savannah Candy Kitchen. Here's the deal. Both are the same. The free ferry is really cool too though. Like, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, I prefer the one that's on the outside, like you can stand out when it runs. That is the one they're running today. You have to sit indoors, which kind of stinks. Yep. So those are things people don't realize. The ferry, the tour, the elevator, those are things people have no idea about. That's why I'm here, to share the knowledge. there's that yacht. A big bench. There's a lot of benches. So right here, you have Echo Square. Echo Square is said to be a haunted square. When you stand in the center of it, it is right in front of Fanny's, your aunt's. So when you stand in the center of it, right here on the X, and you talk, your voice echoes. And so people say, yeah, if they're running a lot of barges today, they'll do the indoor too. It just depends. So Echo Square is kind of cool because you have to stand right here on the X, literally smack in the center right there, and your voice echoes. And people say it's haunted, and that's why your voice echoes. This is another, okay, look, tips. Do not park in this parking garage right here. It is right kind of near Spanky's. This is not city parking. This is private parking. And you're paying a whole lot of money to park there. No, I'm not gonna yell. Spanky's is another favorite place. Ooh, that was loud. Okay, recommended parking. If you're only coming to River Street, there's a couple of parking lots toward Plant Riverside. They're cheaper than the $20 a day if you're only going to stay a few hours. If you're walking, here's the tip. The farther away from River Street you park in historical Savannah, the cheaper it gets. Little shopping centers, they have cute little things. So the farther up, so like where I usually park when we do our morning walks up in historic Savannah, like Madison Square, over by the cathedral, that is like $1. Like I usually pay about $1 an hour at most. Sometimes it's cheaper depending on the days. So you just got to make sure, like River Street is going to be your most expensive parking. On River Street? No, I haven't. Churchill is actually up near the Pink House, his statue. But yeah, so just remember, the closer you get to what's considered main tourist hub, River Street, City Market, the more you're going to pay. So if you don't mind walking, park Madison Square, Lafayette Square, near Forsyth Park, and just walk it out. They are, Sundays are free parking. Saturdays lately, look at your meter before you pay, because depending on where you park on Saturday, it's free parking. And check your meters when you park them too, because some say that Monday through Friday you pay from 8 to 5 p.m. Others say 8 to 8 p.m. Yeah, but according to the news, that is not accurate. According to the news, we have a ton of barges sitting off the coast waiting to unload. So, yeah, that's interesting. No, like really. I don't know. I haven't decided where we're going to go today. If you haven't done my lives before, after our walk, we go somewhere to one of the many coffee shops in Savannah. So you got the Marriott, and then you have something called Home Suites, which is a Hyatt as well. The free ferry, you can load in right outside the Hyatt, or right outside the Marriott, sorry. So we're coming up on two cool areas right now. Coming up on the Waving Girl. Florence Martis used to stand there and wave to the boats passing by. Her sister, there used to be a lighthouse across the way, and her sister stood on the lighthouse, and she guarded the lighthouse, and she would wave back. And Florence did this for decades. So there's that really nice. I have no idea. There's that yacht, y'all. So like we're on, out of the 15, we're on 10. The Savannah River Squadron protected the city of Savannah from Union attack by river. The Lady gunboat CSS Georgia was commissioned here. Kind of see. Martis. I'm going to show her to you in just a second. We just haven't gotten to her. Yeah, it's huge. Yeah, they used to run way more than they did. But the ports are unloading like crazy. So right here is the Waving Girl. She lived from 1869 to 1943. Yeah, Hutchinson Island, which is that area across the way, used to just be trees. And then we had the convention center, and we had the hotel come up, and they're building other things right now. So Charleston is one of the sister states. Here's that ferry. So many people don't realize the 1996 Olympics that were held in Georgia, the water events, like all the boating events, were actually held here in Savannah. So we have Olympic torch that exists here. But a lot of people do not realize. So that's kind of cool. A lot of people don't realize that the Olympics were here. But yeah, all the yachting boat events we had in Savannah. And so we've walked by it on Wilmington Island. It's a condo facility now. It used to be what was called the Sheridan. They used that as the Olympic Village during that time. Sit down for a minute and kind of just watch. Yeah, that's why I said the yachts. Kayaking is not a yacht. It's not a boat. And one of the reasons they were held here is because we have such a huge Coast Guard presence here. We are a Coast Guard community. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it was really neat. follow me? Yeah, it is cloudy and there is a breeze and a half. If you've never followed me before, we haven't met. My name's Corey. I live here in Savannah, Georgia. I've lived here the vast majority of my life, 38 of my 44 years. I was a former teacher who left education in December 2020 at my most unhealthiest weight, well over 300 pounds. I'm almost down 100 pounds. We're almost at 10,000 followers. And now every day for the past 6 months, we've gone on morning walks, and I bring you guys along with me. And we do history, we do facts, we do information, we do pop culture, you name it, we do it. So make sure you're hitting that like button, because that puts us on the FYP page. And if you haven't followed me before, hit that follow button. And then in the evenings, we do back porch chats, where I answer questions you have about Savannah if I haven't been able to. If you're planning a trip, we talk the royal family, you name it, we talk it. So we had, before Oglethorpe came here, who was the founder of Georgia, we had a big Native American. That's another reason they say this is super haunted, is because this area, a lot of it, especially over there, over across the river, and in these areas, a lot of Native Americans lived here. And so they say there's a lot of, with that comes some bumps in the night. When the first Georgia settlers arrived in Savannah in 1733, they encountered members of the Creek tribe living along the river. Thank you. So glad you found it too. We have lots of fun. I have an email address. It's the same as my username at gmail.com. And I also now have a YouTube that's the same as my username. FYP is a For You page. So if you go onto TikTok and you're like, what's going on TikTok world today? And you don't follow the people, you're just scanning through, the more likes I have, it puts me on that page for other friends to come and join our adventures. Back porch chat time is about 5:30, 5:45 till usually about 7. So we're at number 13. So Savannah's early economy. So we had rice, silk, cotton was a big one. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, we do it 7 days a week. I am the only streamer in Savannah that streams 7 mornings a week. Now, with the exception, if I'm traveling, and I always let you guys know, but for the vast majority, it is 7 mornings a week that we are live. Yep, 5:30 to 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. Somewhere around there, I usually go live. Oh, that's cool. You live in Bluffton? Awesome, not far. Doing lots of work over there. Be interested to see what all that looks like. We do walk typey from time to time. Thanks for the follow. Before the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor brought the United States to World War II, President Roosevelt and Congress authorized a shipbuilding program to construct a fleet of transport vessels that could carry American supply to England. The design for Liberty ships could be rapidly produced using welding components. The Savannah firm of Southeast Shipbuilding constructed 87 Liberty ships during the war. That's pretty cool. A Approximately 200 Liberty ships were sunk during World War II. Many lost after the war in the Merchantine Marine Service. One of those was launched in Savannah in 1944, the U.S. James Swan. By 1952, the ship was owned by the Standard Steamship. That's kind of cool. Thanks for the follow. Oh, that's cool. You lived in McDonough. When I lived in Atlanta, I lived in Henry County. I used to teach for Henry County. I know that area quite well. So we're coming up on one of the areas you can board the free ferry boat. I'll show you the times they pick up, and we'll ride it down. Then we'll get off pretty much in front of City Hall. We'll check out the candy shop, maybe take the elevator up and do some walking around up there, depending on time. No, Native Americans, I mean, pretty much when they lived here, they died here. So this is the Waving Girl Landing. Savannah Bell's Ferry boards here. Kind of see your location is you've got the Marriott right here. You've got that Home Suites right there. And it runs a lot. So ferry goes from here. It's going to go down to where City Hall is. From City Hall, it will go across the river. And then from across the river, it'll come back here. It's just a mode of transportation. So City Hall Landing starts at 7 a.m. and runs to 10 p.m. The Trade Center Landing, which is across the river, starts at 7:10 a.m. and runs to 9:50 p.m. And then the Waving Girl, the first one out, is at 8:20 a.m. and it goes to 6:20 p.m. So if you're over across the river and you're trying to get back to this side of River Street, like your hotel, the last boat out is at 6:20. But they run pretty much 10 to 15 minutes. So the ferry is free. It is a free transport. It was built because when that convention center opened and the hotel opened, Savannah was like, hey, how do we get people over here without having to go over that big old bridge so that people can come, they can eat, they can shop, all that stuff. And so what they came up with is the ferry, and it is free. It's a relaxing ride. The only days it does not run are Thanksgiving Day, Christmas Day, and New Year's Day. All other days it does run. Now, it pretty much runs every 20 minutes. Like the next one comes here at 9:50. So we got a few minutes. However, so we got about 20 minutes before it makes it over here. That can be held up. If there is a barge coming through, they have to stay basically docked until it comes through. Hello from Australia. That's cool. So they do have to stay docked until it gets through, because it would just take those boats out. Hello from Australia. That's pretty cool. So yeah, it's it's definitely something cool to do. I prefer the outdoor boat versus the indoor boat, because the indoor service can be sketchy. They don't clean the windows. And so it's kind of spotty. This is the Savannah River. So you go all the way around that curve and you are eventually going to run straight into the Atlantic Ocean. Contemplating. I'm not sure I really want to wait 20 minutes for the boat. It's the Savannah River, yes. So if you haven't followed me before, hit that follow button. Let's take a poll. Let's do a poll. Yeah, that's the wrong button. Interact. Okay. Smiley face if you want me to wait the 20 minutes for the boat to ride, or sad face if you want me to keep on moving. So happy face if you want me to wait for the free ferry to ride down the river. Sad face if you're like, keep on moving. Put it up to a pull. Keep on moving. I do have video of the boat. I'll load it onto the onto my YouTube. Oh, we're tied. Uh-oh, we're tied. Oh. We are tied, folks. Oh. Looks like keep on moving is moving ahead. Hey, J-Rod. Ooh, that is a oh. Keep on moving. All right, let's keep on moving. Oh, we're tied. Oh, no. Waiting has now come into the lead. We have 4 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Oh, we are tied. Oh, my. Well, since we have 20 minutes and we can keep on moving, we're going to keep on moving today. So let's rock and roll. Because, yeah. And I suspect it's going to be longer than 20 minutes because he hasn't made it across the river yet. Good morning. It is breezy. Keep on moving. Yeah, that yacht though, it's fancy and it's huge. I'm telling you, life goals: get a yacht, travel the world, and stream TikTok. Not really. The Waving Girl doesn't have a whole lot of bumps in the night. What's up, everyone? Thanks for joining. We're cruising along River Street today. We walked one in. Now we're walking back to the other. We may grab Starbucks today, and only because we can sit and watch the water and sightseeing, all the things. Train. There must be a lot of conventions going on and lots of stuff happening. Yep, the train. President Street train that stops traffic and is a pain in everybody's keystone. We are walking up against the wind now. So up that way right there is the main street. No, we did a vote and we had like at least 20 minutes before it got to that dock. So we moseyed on. Hey, who doesn't need a little extra steps in their peps today? Peps in their steps. Yeah, because it just made it across the river and then it'll sit there for a few minutes. I know. But when we make it back down to Riverside, Plant Riverside, and we go to Starbucks and sit outside, we may look out and see one. Because I saw some tugboats heading out to the ocean, and that's usually a good indicator. It is, well, there's a breeze today. So I would say it's probably in the 70s, low 80s. It is overcasted. and the wind is blowing today. But we are on the water. I would suspect it's not as breezy up on the main roads. No, the humidity, there isn't really humidity today. It's kind of nice. So this is what they're doing, the harbor expansion project, to bring more barges. So we can only fit a certain size barge through. What the expansion project is doing is creating an event that we can bring the bigger barges through. So if you've ever been to the country of Panama and they have the locks to bring their big ships through, they're creating like a new boat ramp. They're creating all kind of things. It's a $1.019 billion project. But it should bring in, yeah, it's a lot. So they should be able to bring bigger barges through. So the Liberty, we talked about that. The vessels commissioned early in July 1775. Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are cruising along. We walked from one end of River Street to the other. Now we're walking back. We may stop in some shops along the way, folks. So here is a local inn. If you're like, I don't really want to stay in mainstream hotels, you got the Old Harbor Inn right here. Wouldn't that be cool if Savannah could become like a port for like cruise lines? Because where Buford, Jacksonville is, Charleston, man, that'd be amazing. That would be like the best day ever, right? Could you imagine? We would like totally be live all the time down here. Be like, look at the cruise ships. Do what? Yeah. I would not be surprised if it's something in the plans. I mean, Savannah has been named one of the top cities in all of America, #2. The beach has been named one of the top 10 beaches. And especially with this expansion project, it would not be shocking if that happened. I feel like I'm having to zigzag today. Like something stinks down here. Ooh. But that would be kind of cool. I don't know how that would work with us being such a big port city. But it'd be neat. Cross back over. We're zigzagging because of like, you've got construction, you've got delivery trucks. I wish they'd run like trams down here again, like little trains. That'd be kind of fun too. Ugh. Let me read questions. Yeah. Yeah, so it doesn't have the smell, and it's in a different kind of, the way they operate is substantially different. It does not smell like it used to. Look, here's my thing. You walk into each candy shop, you get a sample of a praline. By the time you work all the candy shops in City Market, River Street, you will have eaten a whole praline. And you saved yourself some money. True story. Yep. Some kind of, yeah, construction. And the trolleys are trying to get through. That's going to be fun. So the fog has gone away. Here's a seafood restaurant. I have a lot of you ask me about that. Shrimp Factory. That gets a lot of attention. Thanks. Hopefully you're following me if you love the live. Now look, y'all, that trolley's pretty full for a Monday. Holy moly. You think I'm kidding? They give you, depending on the shop, they can give you pretty decent size. And then you save yourself. Like, I love these, y'all. Look, these are so cute. There's Ursula. I really like Ursula. These are so funny. Do what? Pick at Shell? Yeah, when I walk past it. Look. It's Zoltar. If you know, you know. If you're an 80s kid, oh, that's pretty funny. There's all kinds. They're really cute too. In a weird, creepy way. I know, look. I'm standing outside the shop, literally like stalking Zoltar. Okay, let's keep going because that was weird. I didn't know he was in there. I don't typically look in the shop. And I just happened to be looking at those little things. I had no idea Zoltar was in there. Y'all look at these. The beagles. Oh, my mom loves Life is Good shirts. If I sent Christmas cards, you'd totally be on my list. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that was... It was Life is Good? Yeah, it was Life is Good. That was kind of weird. Yeah, Life is Good. Not for those. Simply Savannah. Good morning. This place right here, my daughter used to love as a child. It used to be a really unique toy shop. Now it's called Shell, yeah. But it was just very unique. They used to blow bubbles. It was so nice. So here's one of those parking areas I told you about on River Street that you can pay to park. Like, I paid from 8:30 to 11, and I paid like $6, which is more than I normally pay. Oh. So, this is the Savannah Candy Kitchen. Pretty much the same as River Street Sweets, but we're still going to go in and check it out. And I have to get around that. Morning. Oh, they're making chocolate ones. Yum. Chocolate ones are the best. So yummy. So that guy right there, Stan Strickland, he is the owner of Savannah Candy Kitchen and River Street Sweets. He just passed away recently. Oh, no problem. I know, right? You can smell it. These are fun little weird candies, especially if you have like a teenager. They're kind of funny. A gummy taco, gummy pizza, gummy noodles. Those are kind of funny. They have cute little things for like stocking stuffers or like Easter baskets. I always come here and get my daughter different little candies for her baskets and stuff. Yeah, candy stores are the best. Oh, I wonder if the Christmas shop is open. It is never too early. Nope, it is not. Oh, it is hiring. I could totally work at a Christmas shop. That was Savannah Candy Kitchen. I could totally work at the Christmas shop. I would love to spend Christmas 24 hours a day. It's my most favorite time of the year. So, welcome to the stairs of death. Notice they even say historic steps, use at your own risk. Like there is a sign that tells you that straight up. Like they're like, dude, if you go up it, you get hurt. Not on us. But that's a cute shirt. Puppy love. This store used to have such a distinct smell to it. Yeah, we're on River Street. Here's another restaurant, the Exchange Tavern. Very popular. It does have a lunch and dinner menu. Pretty reasonable. Ooh, they have a teriyaki chicken Caesar salad. Darn, that thing sounds good too. Oh yeah, the times. I mean, there used to not be an elevator down here. This is where you went for prom. So you'd have your big old prom shoes on and be walking. FYI, the pigeons could care less that you're in their space. They do not move for you, you move for them. Oh, the breed skin. Yep, Tubby's is down here. We'll walk past it in a few minutes. Bernie's. No, I felt a raindrop. Please don't start raining. So here's Bernie's Oyster House. Another location here. Good morning, Tumble. Good morning. Oh, man. It's starting to rain. This ought to be fun. We've been down here before when it's done that. Okay, look at this. What do y'all see when you look at this tray right here? See that silver thing? What do you see? I'm just walking River Street. What do you see when you look at that gold looking tray? Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Somebody told me I was crazy. They're like, you don't see a face. I'm like, yes, there is a face. Here's Tubby's. Another solid choice. Here's River Street Inn. That is a hotel. That is probably one of your most haunted hotels. Toby hangs out here. He is a known ghost that likes to take people's stuff. Here's your menu for Tubby's. It is a face mask. Yeah, but everybody tells me that there's no face on that. And I'm like, there's a face. There's 2 eyes and a mouth. They were like, that's not a face. I'm like, oh my gosh, it is. Yep, so you got Tubby's and you have Huey's. Huey's has beignets. At least they used to. Solid breakfast choice as well. Let's see if they still have them for breakfast. And they don't have the beignets. I don't see them anymore. Oh yeah, they do. They have beignets. We will have to go here one day and try the beignets. If you know, you know. Yeah, it's decent. It's very much New Orleans vibe. Yeah, it's definitely good. It's that New Orleans kind of vibe. So if you like po' boys and stuff like that, then they have beignets. So if you come to Wet Willie's, like, you can get big old cups. We are an open container city. So you can get your drink and travel around. Buffet not typically on River Street. Things are so weird. Like, they've been so strange for the past 2 years. It varies. So it just, what used to do buffets don't anymore. We go to Lady and Sons for Mother's Day every year. It's my favorite. Yeah. Look, you can eat your weight around Savannah. Vic's is decent. What is this? Blue crab beignet crap? No, that's not good. Oh yeah, compared to Mid-Georgia. If you didn't get a chance last night, we were looking at houses. Oh, excuse me.
Sorry.
We were looking at houses in historic Savannah that we walk past all the time. Vic's does have a coffee shop now. And we were looking, and some of them, my naive self, we used to walk past. I was like, oh, that's $1 million house. No, that was like a $4, $5, $6, $7 million house. Good morning. Oh yes, thank you. Appreciate it. Ooh, peanuts. Can I try a praline? Okay, thank you. Praline. Oh yeah, I love the pralines. They're always amazing. Like I tell y'all, I gave y'all a tip. You're okay. Excuse me. It's always fun when they're making taffy too. So you have all kind of different flavors of taffy. Yeah, I'm all about some praline. That's what I tell you guys. So there's where you board at City Hall Landing for that free ferry. So that's why I tell you guys, go into each little candy store, get a sample, and then you've eaten a whole praline. But if you went and bought a whole praline, you're gonna pay about $3 or $4. This is yummy if you like Greek food. I'm always a fan of this place right here, the Olympia Cafe. I don't believe so. I do not believe there is a yarn place anymore. Yeah, I love when they're doing taffy and it's being pulled. It's a lot of fun.
Yesterday I was.
So there's City Hall. The reason City Hall has a gold dome is because in the early days of Georgia, Savannah was considered the state capital. And so state capitals have gold domes. So we had a gold dome. And then they just never did away with it. So if you ever see Savannah Bee, anywhere, if you are out at a store, Buc-ee's carries it. If you ever see Savannah Bee, that is Savannah. Christmas shop. Yeah, it is. Oh, I love the trees here. We may have to go in. Y'all, I love Christmas. I would leave my Christmas tree up year round if I could. These candles are in the shop. This shop is open year round. Hey, thank you. They've got frozen bling on. Oh, look at this. This is cute. Those are super cute. Look at the snow globes. Good. How are you? Good. So are you ever burned out of Christmas by the time Christmas gets here working here?
No, I'm not.
I always wonder that.
Yeah, that's always everyone's first question.
See, I love Christmas. I would leave my tree up year round.
There's a very distinguishable difference between doing it at work and doing it at home.
Yeah.
Just like any job, you kind of just get used to it.
That's true. Kim, they do have food. Yeah, have a pepperoni pizza. Get your dog ornaments. Oh, it's Christmas vacation village. Look. Yep, I'm at this Christmas shop on River Street. So that shop is called, so you kind of know where it is. It's Southern Christmas Savannah. It is under the Hyatt, smack in the middle of River Street. If you're walking and you get to City Hall coming from Plant Riverside, you've gone too far. So if you stay at the Hyatt, you can ride your elevator down and walk out on River Street or walk out up top. All the Christmas feels. Come on, y'all. Can't help but love it. Bless their hearts. Yeah, nope, not New York. You know what tells me that? The Savannah River. We are on River Street in Savannah, Georgia. And Johnny, you know that. You've been in my life multiple times. Temperature, I would think, is low 80s right now. It's super nice. Thanks for the rose. Thanks for all the lights. It's pretty quiet down here. I guess those people decided they needed to park here. Here's the River House. That's awesome. Make sure you say hey to me if you're out and about. Thanks for the follow, Jess. Look at the desserts. Praline cheesecake. Oh, that is the River House. So our police department has started, and I'm going to show you from the back because I don't want to mess up the integrity of what they do. But they drive around each morning and multiple times during the day. They drive around and they have their police cars loaded with various things, clothes, supplies, and if they see someone that is homeless, and they will talk to them, they have conversations with them, and then if they need something, they give it to them. and they have their whole back of their police car loaded. It's really neat what they do. That officer especially, she, I think, is the spearhead of all of this. And she, I see her all over. So it's two reasons they do that. One, it helps get them moving. So if they're sleeping on River Street in the morning, they're coming around, getting them up, getting them moving. We do have multiple facilities for our homeless population. But, Johnny, sorry, you have to be muted today. So anyway, yeah, they do. The city helps with it. And I mean, they keep them stocked, and then it's their way they can get them up and get them moving and not, you know, just being over and like chilled out on the sidewalk. Yeah. And here's the thing. It keeps the communication going. So who typically knows the ins and outs of what's going on in the city? Your homeless population do. Like, they know everything. So the police are building a relationship, and guess what? Hey, I know that officer. She always brings me whatever, shoes, food, whatever. I'm more likely to talk to her about, hey, I heard this is going down so-and-so. And it gets them ahead of the game. You know, I always tell the story. Oh, I'm sure. Wait, Kim, how do I not have you as a moderator yet? What in the world? Well, Kim, I'm making you a moderator now because I thought you already were. Yeah, and so they build that rapport. So, for instance, they, back in 2020, when things were kind of crazy, our mayor, he gets out. Oh, we need to go in here. He gets out and interacts with the public in civilian clothes. And if you're not from here, you wouldn't know it's him. Well, he got out when all the riots were happening. And this isn't political. This is just kind of sharing where we are as a city. He got out and was working the squares, and he met a crew of people. And they didn't know he was the mayor. And he said, they were talking to him, and they were like, hey, man, look, we have all these backpacks of bricks and rocks. And, you know, once it's night, we're going to go and we're going to just tear up Savannah. We're going to go down River Street. We're going to go down Bay Street, Broad Street, and we're just going to throw bricks and buildings. And they're like, hey, do you want to be part of it? And he was like, yeah, man, I want to be part of it. What time are y'all meeting? And they told them. And so he was there. He was there with the troops. Bird cookies is my jam. Let me show you the other trick. So you can do like the famous 6-pack. You can get a box that gets cookies. I feel like dancing. You can also get samples of any of them to see. Hi! My favorite are the Scottish oatmeal. $10. I believe it's $10. So yeah, you can have all the samples. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm trying to decide. I always go for that Scottish oatmeal. I'm like, I need to break free.
Well, the top seller is this key lime cooler. It has been for over 30 years.
Can I try it?
Sure.
I don't think I've ever tried that one.
It also pairs really well with the Scotch oatmeal because it's like your key lime pie crust.
Oh, that's good. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about that, but that's really good.
Most people that don't like key lime will like that cookie.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, that key lime was good, y'all. So, that key lime was yummy. I could dig that one. Yeah, the peach are really good too. It's always funny though. That's what I tell people. Go in. Get all the samples. Save you some money. Told you they'd be there filming. Oh yeah, pretty much all the places that are like sweet treats, they give you samples. All right, we're gonna get some coffee and then we're gonna sit at a table and watch. Get in line. Oh my Lanta. Sorry. Oh, sorry.
I'm working back here.
No problem. It is super nice today. Grab coffee and sit at one of these tables out here. We are at 96.77, so we're coming in on 9,700, folks. Bye, winner. Have a good day.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. There is an outdoor for people to go through here. Oh, that's pretty. I have not found out who owns that yet. I need to look it up.
We gotta leave it off. We got everything opened up. So I can defrost.
Yeah.
What's your name, ma'am?
Corey, Korri.
K-O-R-I.
Y'all have to always be the fastest making Starbucks out of any of them in Savannah every time I go.
There you go.
It is amazing how fast y'all make coffee here.
Thank you.
Do I tap or do I insert?
I think it'll work faster with tap.
Okay. Oh yes, that is okay.
You're good to go. How's it going today?
Okay, cool.
Have a great day. You too.
The way this Starbucks works is you enter, you order, you exit on this side. And there's seats inside.
white mocha with vanilla cream cone.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
So we'll just come stand because actually we'll come sit right here. Got the coffee. You know, that Starbucks is always insanely quick. It does not matter. I wonder if he will care if I sit on this bench. I'm trying to decide where I want to sit. Alright, let's go sit. No, that's a restaurant. We'll just come sit down here. That way y'all can watch, or I'll watch for people to leave. Here we go. It's beautiful weather today. But can I show y'all? Are you ready to see my name? Are you ready? Are you ready? I thought I said Corey pretty clearly, right? This will be a video. I will have to end the live soon and make a video out of this because look, it's corn. Big, juicy corn. It has the juice. You know that's going to be a video. Oh, that is the best. It's corn. Big. And it will be to that song. Oh, you have no idea. I get used to it. Oh, my Lanta. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. Thank you. I'm going to pause this for just a second and do a video. I'll be right back. Do not leave. I get a venti iced white chocolate mocha with vanilla cold brew foam. Yes, hold on. I am going to pause for a minute and then I will be right back. Do not leave. Right? Okay, hold on. There will be a TikTok. You just wait. All right, I'm back, guys. Hopefully you hear me. Yeah, that corn song is so like big right now. It's corn. They're British. Those people just, should I go pay my respects? Yeah, I had to go fill my cup because literally it was the best. And if you missed it, my name is Corey, Korri. But today, it's corn. Juicy corn. Best day ever. Oh my gosh. These are the things. Yeah, I heard they have all the regular TV stations blocked. Oh, I see a table. Let's go. Stand by, stand by. I'm troubling. Don't take my table, people. Don't take it, don't take it, don't take it, don't take it, don't take it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to tell him. So I'm gonna have to definitely tell Kirk because that's funny. That has made my day. I wondered that too. I wondered if they're like so over it that they're just like, really, we're done. Like, be done and be over, right? Because I mean, think about it. 10 days is a long time. This is my favorite thing about Plant Riverside, though, is all the outdoor seating and like restaurants, coffee, all the things, and you can just sit and just watch and chill. Is so fun. Oh, I'm sure. What's up, Nicole? I am sure. I mean, their entire world has been disrupted. I got a corn cup. I'm so excited. I feel like I have to save this cup. And did you notice when the girl went to call my name, she was like, white chocolate mocha with, because she couldn't, she was like, surely this person's name is not really corn. What's up, Score? It is fantastic. So it used to be a power plant. And so I think that they named it Plant instead of Power Riverside. Doesn't sound real catchy. Plant Riverside is catchy. And Riverside because we're on the river. So you can kind of see. Now that it's sunny and pretty. That would be my thought as to why. Where are we at? What are we at, y'all? So we are at 9,678. Yeah, makes sense, right? It's a power plant. So, I mean, Power Riverside was not catchy, so Plant that is. And it just opened in 2020. It's fun to sit right here. I mean, it is just absolutely beautiful. Oh, that's cool, Uber. Are you one of our snowbird families? We have a bunch of them. Hello, hello. So if you've never followed me, hit that follow button. We're in Savannah each day. You just never know where. It's so nice outside today. Thanks for the follow. Bring it on down. Appreciate it. So we are 320 away from that 10,000 mark. Can you believe it? Oh, it's not too far. I guess it's not awful. That's awesome. You named your car Savannah. That's fantabulous. They were British too. So did a lot of British people come here to get away from all the craziness, I wonder? There's such an amazing breeze. It is fantabulous. I'm just sitting here drinking my corn. Oh, Uber, I need to meet your Dachshunds. I have a Dachshund. Yes, Savannah's packed out. St. Patrick's Day is a busy time here. But it's fun. We'll be down here live in the thick of it, I promise you. busy down here today, though. More so than I expected it to be on a Monday.
Well, we're gonna drive around a little bit.
I know, I need to change my name to Corn. Again, if you're just getting here, Kat, thanks for the follow. If you're just getting in here, I went to Starbucks at Plant Riverside, and today I am Corn. Best day ever. This really is the highlight of my day, y'all. I could sit here all day. No, those were seats. Those were not. So these were added. Like these, yeah, the jump up. But what happens is people sit on them, which is fine. They're little seats. The problem is people have too much alcohol, and it is quite often that people decide they're going to go for a swim in the river. Stop, y'all. He's so poofy. Look at him. Oh my gosh, I want him. I would squeeze him. Yes, so the elevator is, if you're on River Street looking at City Hall, it's to the right. There's a ramp. You'll see the ramp. There's like a welcome center. And then right there is the Hyatt where you walk under it. It's right before you go under the Hyatt. Smack between City Hall and the Hyatt. Now, I'm going to tell you, you're going to think you're getting on an elevator of death. It's kind of sketchy. Like, when you get on it, it makes a weird rumble noise, but it's fully operational. You're safe. But say your prayers to whoever it is you pray to when you get on it every time. Really, the coldest we get is like, I mean, in the mornings we've had 30s, 40s, but it's unusual. But then the sun comes out. No, that's my thing. Anything's better than the stairs of death. What are these people taking pictures of? Oh, I wonder if they thought this barge was coming through. That barge has been docked there for a hot minute. Thanks for the follows. Bye, Paul. See you later. We're just sitting here chilling because it's super nice out right now. So here's the other thing that's interesting. There's a lot of teenage / kids, and I'm like, is fall break already for some districts? I know October is. Now check out these shoes about to come back. Thanks for the follow. Right? Oh, to be young again. I don't really know why they clap. For real. No, she not from Savannah because she's about to walk the cobblestones. She don't know. Bless her heart. shocked we've been down here over 2 hours and not one barge has come through. That is really shocking. You can go here, get trolley information.
So many things changed here. He sold them.
They're doing a story.
Yeah. And then I put your hoodie there.
I'll put this stuff.
Alright, let's get to the ship.
Yeah, y'all can stay with me as we drive through River Street to get off the river before I end the live today. That was so funny. Those tourists had those tourists had that lady take a picture. I don't think they realized that she was a news anchor. Yeah, they've started this new WTOC show. It's a lifestyle show, and it comes on like 3 o'clock every day. And so now they do a lot of broadcasting down here at Plant Riverside. Yeah, I'm like, does she know? Darn it. Oh, gotta go the other way. Let me go to the stairs. Did she really jump down? I am not jumping down. We are going in a circle to try to get down to the parking. Y'all enjoying this? Getting some more steps in. Yeah, I thought there was a ramp down to that parking, but I guess not. I don't remember who asked me earlier if the candle shop was still here. It used to be right there where Earthbound is. Alright, so it is drive time. If you've never been in my drive time, and here's the thing about drive time. Just because it works for me does not mean it works for everybody. But drive times where I set up my hands-free set, we cruise, you watch. During that time, I do not touch my phone. If you fall, I pull it over. All the things. So I will take you. Yeah, no. When we got here this morning, there was nobody in this parking lot. Now it is packed out. It is going to be bumpy. Why, you ask? Because we are on River Street and the cobblestones make for a very bumpy ride. But with that said, we are going to cruise. Today's live, we walked up River Street from one end to the other and down River Street from one end to the other. We definitely got some walking in. Oog. All right. And you can tell it's starting to get kind of popping down here, which is so odd. Like, I'm so surprised it's so crowded. With it being a Monday. Just interesting. Oh, did have a cool moment though yesterday. I had someone, if you didn't know, I have an email address. The email address is the same name as my TikTok. And I had a y'all gonna be real bumpy today, aren't you? So I had somebody email me who homeschools, and if you did not know, I homeschooled my daughter the vast majority of her educational career, pretty much all of her educational career. She was homeschooled, and I had somebody who homeschools their kid. They heard me talk about that, and they were talking about bringing their kids down and doing a homeschool type field trip with me, and I thought how cool that would be. So we are cruising down River Street. Again, I don't touch my phone. I don't answer questions while I'm driving. Hands-free, all the things. That is why you're as wobbly as you are. Like, super wobbly. So we're going under the Hyatt right now. You can see, because I'm sure that it is looking at the ceiling. So as you come out from under the Hyatt, you're going to have the Savannah Visitor Welcome Center, and the ramp is literally right next to the door. You go up to the elevator. Yep, that elevator is lifesaver, especially after that and the free ferry. Those two things are incredibly life-saving here at Savannah. Pulling over to readjust you guys. Ooh. Y'all, I'm so curious about that yacht. I really am. Like, and sir, if you're following my live, can I come see your yacht? Because I'm pretty sure, unlike, you know, when we look up the houses online, I'm pretty sure you can't see the inside of yachts. Maybe you can. You'll see, so people always ask about safety. Feel safe in Savannah. You will see, I mean, like, there are, holy guacamole is bumpy today. There are kind of set up throughout Savannah, especially in the historic district. They just kind of hang out in different areas. And, you know, that in itself makes you feel kind of safe, right? Like, whew. Y'all, there is a bunch of folks down here today. I am shocked. Wasn't like a 3-day weekend or anything, was it? Are you crossing, sir? Like, and a lot of kids, like family vacations. I'm just kind of intrigued for it to be a Monday. Like I said, I used to be able to tell you when off season was in Savannah. I can no longer do that because this used to be off season of Savannah. Like this time of year used to be the off season. It is no more. So I don't really even know what to say to that. Nobody's behind me. Look at the barge. I mean, look at the yacht. Mr. Yacht Man, I would love to see the yacht. Oh yeah, I mean, I get that. Lots of people homeschooling. I do totally get that. Bob's Your Uncle is that place that had those little skeleton things that I loved. It says life is good, but it's Bob's Your Uncle. and Fanny's your aunt. Did you know that? Who knew? Yeah, well, I mean, Scat's there, but this is a lot of younger families. That's what I need to market. I need to market homeschool, like, field trips. Let me be your tour guide. I homeschooled my daughter from the end of kindergarten till she graduated. I do not regret it one bit at all. She is thriving in college. Like, she can ride scrambling. So it's interesting perspective. I don't regret homeschooling at all. It's the best decision of my life. Hard, don't get me wrong, it was challenging, but man, it was great. All right, so on that note, we are at the end of River Street, so we are going to end this live for today. I hope that you've had a wonderful day. We will be back between 5:30, 5:45, somewhere around there Eastern time for Back Porch Chat. Be there, be square. Have a great day. See you later.